In a recent meeting between the Democratic Party establishment and its wealthy donors such as George Soros, Elizabeth Warren attended it, which I don't know why she attended it, but nonetheless, at this meeting, we got to see a glimpse of the Elizabeth Warren that we all knew and loved since she was elected to the Senate. And in this meeting, she actually criticized the Democratic establishment, and namely called out their centrism when it comes to Obamacare. So the Huffington Post explains the Massachusetts senator who walked into a standing ovation before she'd even been introduced told the bereft gathering that she was as capable as any other politician at defending Obamacare and rattled off its benefits. No more exclusions based on pre-existing conditions. You can stay on your parents' plan until age 26, 20 million Americans covered. But let's be honest, it's not bold, it's not transformative, she added. Had the party acknowledged its shortcoming and pledged to fight for more, Warren said, that message may have resonated. I'm okay taking half a loaf if our message was, here's half, now let's go get the rest, she said. People who heard Warren's speech said it had a different feel than usual. It felt like she'd been rather further liberated. She made no particular effort to be quite as good a soldier, said one person in the room. It definitely seemed like a new era, that she was able to really step out more than she'd been able to. Speaking at the gathering of the Democracy Alliance, she also highlighted Democrats' inability to help homeowners during the financial crisis, even though banks were bailed out. She blasted the failure to prosecute the bankers, saying that it suggested to working people just whose side the party was on. She also picked up on corporate-friendly trade policies, arguing Democrats were too eager to push deals that hurt the working class. That's where we failed, not in our messaging, but in our ideology, she said, according to the people in the room. When it came to the 2009 stimulus, she said, Democrats were too quick to compromise with Republicans, who opposed it nearly unanimously and then did little to put their stamp on it. Can anybody name one thing that's in the stimulus, she asked. Warren argued that Democrats need to ask who they truly are and who they stand for. Donald Trump had one message. I am with you, she said. This is the Elizabeth Warren that went away during the primaries. The Elizabeth Warren that we saw during the primaries, well, it looked like her soul had been crushed because she sold out and she sold her soul to the devil. She decided to step aside and allow establishment Democrats to steamroll progressives, and she didn't stand up for Bernie Sanders, a true progressive, during the primary, and I've been extremely critical of Elizabeth Warren. She just earned a few points back in my book. Now, is she complete and utterly redeemed at this point? No, she's not. Would I still support her in 2020 if she decided to run? Yes, I would, but she has a lot of making up to do. I want to see this Elizabeth Warren more. I want to see this level of introspection because Democrats know that if they want to win, they have to change it up. Elizabeth Warren, she's kind of a bridge now between the establishment and progressives. Look, she was a cheerleader for Hillary Clinton during the general, and that was disgusting for progressives to see, but I think that she has their ear now because she did fall in line, and I don't think she's going to fall in line again. I certainly hope she doesn't. But I do want to see more from Elizabeth Warren like this. I'm not willing to declare the return of Elizabeth Warren, right? Because she still has a lot of work to do. She has to speak out on DAPL. She has to speak out on Black Lives Matter more frequently. And she has done this before, but I want her to really speak out on the progressive issues that we all care about. So here's what I want from Elizabeth Warren. I want her to continue this trend because if anyone could remake the party, it's her. Because unlike Bernie Sanders, they can't accuse her of not being a true Democrat, which is a stupid argument, but they can't accuse her of that because she is a Democrat. She's a registered Democrat. She votes Democrat. She is a member of the Democratic Party. And now she's in a leadership role, albeit a shitty one, but she's still in a leadership role. But if they want to win, take her advice because everything she said here is spot on. Democrats sell out. They're too centrist. They showed working people that they don't give a damn about us. And this is what they needed to hear. And I like that, when I first heard that she was at a meeting with George Soros, I was facepalming because I'm like, Elizabeth Warren, really? Is this what you need to be doing now? Really? But she gave them a reality check. And if you're going to attend these private meetings and call them out, more power to you. I'm not going to fault you for that. So I say kudos to Elizabeth Warren. Credit where credit is due. I've been frustrated with you throughout the process of this election, but now it's time for you to regain your trust, and this is a good step in that direction.